Well. I'm here to agitate some Sony fanboys a little bit more. Because, oh, look what happened today. Things just go from bad to worse for the Sony Ponies. First, they get the terrible news that the PS5 is less powerful than the Series X and will only hit 10.3 teraflops when overclocked. But, it gets worse. Now, The Last of Us Part 2 is delayed officially. Update: SIE has made the difficult decision to delay the launch of The Last of Us Part 2 and Marvel's Iron Man VR until further notice. Logistically, the global crisis is preventing us from providing the launch experience our players deserve. Now to that I say, nonsense. Because they blame it on coronavirus, but you know what? The game isn't done. They needed more time. They are lying. I bet you 95%. Because first of all, what do we know about this crisis? We've seen all these headlines. Video game sales are way up during this crisis. There's plenty of info of that. You know, video game sales have been up like 80, 100% and so far since these lockdowns come on. You can go to sites like gamesindustry.biz and stuff like that to read about those. All the data is showing that video game sales are up huge. Now, you know, I don't know if that's going to continue forever. Obviously, there'll probably be like people buy a lot of new games the first week and then might be playing them for a while. And so I imagine that might slow down somewhat. But it's just common sense that when people are inside, locked down, not doing anything, video game sales are going to go way up. So why would they delay Last of Us 2? You know, if you launch it now, you're going to have more sales, not less. And so yeah, I think this is just nonsense. They weren't done. The game is troubled. Even with all Naughty Dog's crunch, they're not done. They're on the run. And I just think this is so hilarious because PS5 fanboys, especially now because they found out their console is less powerful, they fall back on the, oh, but the games. Nobody cares about the flops. Oh, they sure cared about the flops before the PS5 came out. And they were sitting there posting on forums and Twitter by the billions, please, Sony, please make PS5 more powerful than Xbox. Please, PS5 be more powerful than Xbox. All these fake insiders came out, oh yeah, the PS5 I'm hearing is 13 teraflops. Huh. That's exactly one more than the Xbox Series X. Imagine that. What a coincidence. And all these fake insiders were revealed as the fakes they are. They were just telling Sony fanboys what they want to hear, of course. That happens every single console cycle. You always get a bunch of fanboys telling you how powerful the Sony console is. And it usually doesn't work out. You had Andrew Reiner, an actual editor at Game Fan or Game Informer. Game Fan. Showing my age. Game Informer, you know, tweeting like last year, I think it was, oh, I'm hearing from development sources that the PS5 is more powerful than the next Xbox. Sure, Andrew Reiner, how'd that work out for you? Anyway, so yeah, it's funny that how before the PS5 specs were revealed, power seemed pretty important, and there were all these Sony fanboys just agitating and hoping and just, oh, please, Sony, make sure the PS5 is more powerful than Xbox. Because again, Sony fanboys are always really about the Xbox. So, but now, it's become out that the PS5's specs are out. It's less powerful than Series X. We know that. So now, suddenly they changed on Twitter, on forums, Reset Era, NeoGaf, to, oh, who cares about the flops? I'm all about the games. I've gotten that on Twitter a lot lately, you know. Oh, well, it doesn't matter. You know, I play games, so it doesn't matter. You know, Sony has all the games, blah, blah, which they don't. You know, that these people think like Last of Us is the most amazing thing, but like Gears of War is trash, Halo is trash. You know, they don't acknowledge that. To me, yeah, if you're going to go by games, I'll take the Xbox, because I like Gears and Halo better than generic zombie game number 5 million Sony's putting out, and better than Uncharted 5 billion, you know. But yeah, so this is just hilarious to me because all these Sony fanboys have been, oh, but the games, oh, we've got the games, it doesn't matter, teraflops don't matter. Oh, well, Last of Us 2, the only game you have, the one single game that you have that you were hoping for, gone. Pretty funny. Sony Ponies take another L. Might as well get it tattooed on your foreheads. Take the huge L of PS5 being weak. Now you take the huge L of Last of Us 2 getting late. And like I said, this is a lie from Last of Us and Sony. I mean Naughty Dog and Sony. That, oh, it's delayed because of the corona. No, it's delayed because it's not done. Like I just said, okay, even if like they're worried about getting it into the stores, downloads are exploding right now. Downloads are huge. Like, I think 70% of game sales right now are downloads or something like that. Stands to reason. Again, the lockdowns. So you could launch The Last of Us entirely digital. Last of Us isn't even scheduled to come out as like May or June. I'm not even sure. But so by then, you're talking, it's freaking beginning of April. So that's like 2 more months. We don't even know where we'll be at with the coronavirus in 2 more months. But even if, let's say, like it's so bad that all the GameStops are closed or whatever, I mean, never mind that you could still go get it at Walmart, and they're not going to lock down Walmart because Walmart is quote-unquote essential retail. So is Target. Any place that's basically selling like things that you need, like clothes or plumbing supplies. What if your faucet gets a leak? You can't just ignore that because it's the coronavirus, you know. You may have to go get something to stop your faucet leak at Walmart's hardware department or something, you know. So you can't close stores like that. Those are quote-unquote essential retail. People have to be able to go get food. Walmart has food, you know. Target has food usually. So you could always go get the Last of Us there. And I understand they probably couldn't do midnight launches, but who even does midnight launches anymore anyway? I haven't done one of those in 10 years. You know, that was something that GameStop that is a relic of the past for the most part. So, you know, again, okay, so they're saying, you know, but and like I said, digital, the sales would be huge. You could launch the game without even a physical component. You could sit there and go, we're not going to put out a disc, and the sales would still be huge on digital with everybody locked down. The only place I think physical matters is in like the poorer areas of Europe, which granted, Sony is big in poor areas that don't buy many video games. If you're poor, you prefer PlayStation. Okay, I'm trolling a little bit there. But there are, like, Europe, a lot of Europe is poor. Spain, Portugal, those places are poor. France is much poorer compared to the United States. Even UK is close to the United States. But a lot of these areas, Germany is pretty, you know, Germany and UK are closer to the US. But places like France, Spain, Italy are poor compared to the United States. Russia, I don't know if that counts as part of Europe, and I doubt PlayStation sells a whole ton in Russia, but Belgium, Netherlands, all those places, Greece, you know, those are less well off economically, let's put it charitably, and they are bigger physical. Everything's more behind there, you know, the internet's not up to speed. They don't have as fast an internet as we do in the United States, you know, and especially in places like Spain and Portugal. So I can understand physical is probably bigger there, and PlayStation's bigger there. PlayStation's bigger in Spain, Portugal, France, you know, Italy. So the physical may affect some there, whereas in the United States we're more advanced. We have fast internet. You know, I don't think it'd be much of a problem to just ignore physical. Like I said, you don't have to ignore physical anyway because you can just put it in Walmart, yeah, you may not be able to have the big celebration. Like I said, we don't even know where things are going to be at 2 months anyway. Maybe we'll finally be over the curve on this coronavirus by then. And I'm about to make a video about coronavirus right after this, so watch that too as well, please. One thing about the coronavirus is we've not gotten over the hump yet. That really is a problem to me. We need to have some feeling like we've got over the hump, and it ain't here yet. But anyways, so yeah, that's it. I just find it funny. All the Sony fanboys take another big L right down that forehead. Take your L. First your PS5 comes out weak, then Last of Us 2 delayed. Now, okay, to drop my fanboy sentiment, honestly, I think this could be kind of a positive for Sony. Why is that? Because they're going to delay it till fall, of course. You know, they said the delay is indefinite, but we all know it's going to mean fall. So in fall, you can launch it alongside PS5, and it'll actually be a good thing because it's going to give a lot of people are going to be wanting to buy it on PS5. And PS5 did not have a big launch title. Remember, Microsoft has Halo Infinite coming. They have a big launch, first-party exclusive, launching right alongside their new box. Sony doesn't. But now they can. They can put Last of Us right up against Halo. So it'll be kind of good in that way. Now, here's the next part though. It's not really good because consoles sell out for all of November and December anyway. They always come out in like the first or second week in November. And they pretty much sell out through December. Even, you remember the Xbox One in 2013? It was $499. The PS4 was $399. The one was less powerful. It had Kinect. Everybody hated all that. It had all the bad press about used games and all that nonsense. And yet, it's still, I distinctly remember, it's still, the Xbox One in 2013 sold out through November and through December. Okay, it was sold out. Everyone they could make, they sold. It wasn't until January that the bottom crashed. And then, like, Xbox One sales went to like 70,000 in January. They crashed hard. But what that tells me, and so then they had to drop the price and so on. But what that tells you is almost no matter how bad your console is, even if it's vastly overpriced and underpowered like Xbox One is, there's still enough launch demand, people wanting that new system, that it's going to sell out in November and December regardless. So that tells, so they don't need a game, and PS5 will not be in as bad position as Xbox One. It's underpowered, but not as underpowered as Xbox One. It's probably going to cost the same as Xbox Series X, or even $50 less, whereas the Xbox One was $100 more than the PS4. You see what I'm saying? It's granted, I guess the Xbox One was trying to sell people on Kinect, so you could have said, well, they had another reason to buy the system. But whatever the case, I think core gamers didn't care about Kinect, and that's who was buying it. So my point is that PS5 is going to sell out in November and December anyway, so is Series X. You know, Atari could launch a new console and it might sell out in November and December is my point. So Last of Us 2 is not going to help because the PS5 is going to sell out in November and December anyway. You could make that argument, right? So, you know, okay, now you've got a game, so now it's going to be like extra sold out. Like, it's not going to move any additional units, you know. Every PS5 is going to be sold out. I mean, it's not like you won't be able to go into a store and get one, but you know what I mean? It's like basically sold out. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, you'll be able to get them, but they won't be like freely available on shelves all the time. You know, that kind of sold out. Not sold out like something really bad. Like, I'm trying to think of something like a Nintendo, like the Wii was for all that time. Not quite that sold out, but like sold out, you know. And both Xbox and PlayStation could launch, you know, a turd on a coaster and sell out for the first 2 months, probably. Is my point here. So Last of Us isn't going to actually, I say it's good because, oh, Last of Us is going to help them now because they can delay it till fall. And now it's going to have something to come out with the PS5. But the PS5 is going to sell out anyway. But it could still help. It's still going to, when it's going to help them is like in January, February. Supply will catch back up with demand. Demand will decrease. Those months, Last of Us can help them sell some more PlayStation 5s. You know, it's probably all 6 of one, half dozen of the other. Like, they would have sold a lot more PS4s in June, May with Last of Us. You know, now they'll sell more PS5s in January, February, March, April because of Last of Us. Yeah, it's 6 of one, half dozen of the other, you know. So to an extent it can help them, but to an extent it won't. But yeah, I just wanted to poke some fun at the Sony Ponies today. You know, where are your precious games now? You only had one. That's what's so funny about all this. I was talking about the games. Really, they only have like one or two big games every year. That's what they're pinning all their hopes on. The only, you know, they talk, oh, we got the games. No, the only game you had this entire year is Last of Us 2. Games don't come around very often. I hate to tell everybody this. Like, Xbox, the only game we got the rest of the year is Halo Infinite. I mean, there's others, but they're all small fries, really. Like, we just had Ori on Xbox, which, okay. But you know what I'm trying to say. So yeah, it's just pretty funny to me. Sony Ponies are all, oh, we got the games. Oh, and they're all thinking about Last of Us when they're saying that. Oh, sorry. delayed. Oh, and again, I wanted to mention that it's delayed because it ain't done. They're lying. Jason Schreier running damage control for Naughty Dog and Sony. Oh, a Naughty Dog source tells me the game is basically done. Basically. Define basically. Nope. You delayed it because it wasn't done. It's got a troubled development. It keeps being delayed. Just admit it. Don't blame it on the coronavirus. Like I said, video game sales are up right now. This would be a great time to launch a game. You don't even have to launch the thing physically, and it would sell out the wazoo. Because people are all stuck at home. They'll just buy it digitally. And then, like I said, you can still launch it physically as well. Walmart and Target ain't going nowhere. And Best Buy is, but Walmart and Target ain't. And what other major retailers sell video games even anymore? What other major department stores are there? Maybe like Costco, I guess. Kohl's. So yeah, that's my video. Just poking a little fun at the Sony Ponies. Poor Sony Ponies.